SEDEC is the UK Jewish International Development Charity, and we work with communities living in extreme poverty across the world. That is, communities who live on less than $1.90 a day.
What SEDEC does is it's committed to self-help, small-scale, sustainable development projects.
We listen to what communities want and we deliver exactly what they need to help people help themselves, because the people living in extreme poverty are the ones that know what they need to help themselves. As Jews, we have a responsibility to the global community.
It's really important that SEDEC are in these countries because they're partnering with local NGOs on the ground to support their work to create change for people.
We operate in two main geographical areas, northern Ghana and two main areas in India, southern India and northeastern India, and all of our work is around the alleviation of extreme poverty.
We have no interest in creating dependence, we have an interest in creating independence. And that's what SEDEC has always done and continues to do.
When I was in Ghana, we got to visit a women's cooperative that SEDEC are supporting. The women's cooperative is creating shea butter and is run by a strong, powerful woman. Now they're able to go out, earn their money and support their family.
It's about going into a community, understanding what the needs are by working with the local people, listening to exactly what that community needs and working in partnership to see how best we can cater to the needs of the community.
We will provide maybe 90% of the funds, and the partner NGO will provide 10% of the funds, and that way it's a true partnership.
फायदा है कि लोन लिए तो फायदे के लिए चलते हैं, पढ़ाई लिखाई उसी में कर रहे हैं, बाल बच्चा उसी ने पालन कर रहे हैं, फिर लोन चुकती कर रहे हैं, फायदा है, कैसे नहीं फायदा है?
This idea of a responsibility for the world is deeply embedded in Jewish thought. It's been forgotten for a long time. Simply to survive was clever. But now we're not in that situation. And the Jews have a responsibility to play a part in the world. That's what we're here for.
There's nothing that can substitute for the experience of going out to a completely different culture, climate, community, and meeting and working with youth leaders from other communities and actually realising how similar they are.
SEDEC is the only organisation that is taking young people out and showing them how international development can be done.
SEDEC takes young people out to Ghana to work in the rural village of Tolon, to work alongside other Ghanaian youth leaders to create a 3-week summer programme for young Ghanaian school children. This programme means that school children who would otherwise be working in fields or doing nothing at home have an educational opportunity to expand their learning in literacy and numeracy.
Young Jews who come here can make an unbelievable impact in terms of the practical work they can do. And in the process they will learn so much more about themselves, have life-changing experiences, and I think they will become really ambassadors and future leaders of our community in that process.
I'm passionate about change. I'm passionate about people who need change in their lives because I have lived a very privileged life, as have most of the people here, and I think it's our obligation to give back to communities which haven't enjoyed the privileges that we've mostly all enjoyed here.
It's very important to step outside our comfort zones and not just see what's happening immediately around us, but to see what's happening in the world. And lots of us really want to make positive change, and I think being involved with SEDEC is the perfect framework to allow people like myself to do that.
And I don't think anybody goes and sees the world that we're working in SEDEC and comes back unchanged.
By supporting SEDEC, you're supporting their partnership organisations on the ground which are helping people to break out the cycles of extreme poverty.
Giving to SEDEC means that you really make an impact on lives. I've seen firsthand the sustainable development that can happen, the lives that can be changed, and the impact that we can have when we work in partnership with organisations on the ground.